Okay, how was dating before you got married?
It was like a jungle.
Oh,
Let me tell you,
so,
dating turned
but it's
into a
fine.
reoccurring bill.
I'm weak.
It
Ladies
did.
and gentlemen, the Alfords. Where the theme music at?
On May 14th, I slid in her DM.
I remember that day. My life forever changed.
Engaged on October 28th.
Married October 29th.
We are the Alfords.
Hi everybody, my name is Iman Alford,
And I'm Stephon Alford.
and we are back with another video, and this time we want you guys to get to know us. So we have a few questions that we got in our comments, questions that you guys asked and we want to answer. Okay, babe.
Let's get to it.
So, first and foremost, we always get this question, how old are you?
36 years old.
36 and I'm 30. Okay, how was dating before you got married?
It was like a jungle. Let me tell you, being a single black man who is vision focused, entrepreneurial, who tries to make time and really wants to be married but doesn't make enough time. I felt like it was a lot of preparation, right? So I got in situations where it was long distance.
So you had a lot of long distance relationships before you got married?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I say it was like a jungle because, try to travel to and fro. You had to go through the trees, the bushes. You got to go through all the environments just to get there. So I'm in this place called There.
Okay.
Okay, what you got? What you got?
Okay. So was dating hard? I mean, we said it was like a jungle.
Dating?
Did you feel like you met
I feel like dating was a challenge for me because I'm the type of person that I give my all.
I can see that.
And so I'm very intentional. I've always seen my father pursue my mom, even while in marriage. So he painted a path. And I used to try to take that same method. It was so crazy. While I was single. And not everybody deserves
advantage
that.
of you.
They took advantage. It's like, I used to roll out the red carpet. I remember one time on Valentine's Day, I had a limo. I did because I wanted to. My mentality was I wanted to make her feel special. I remember telling people at my job my plans, and they're like, "What you doing tonight for Valentine's Day?" I'm like, "Yeah,
The good guy.
And then it's
Good guys always win in the end.
Yes, and I love to hear you say that because my mentality was different.
Yeah. So you were trying to be a husband while you were single.
While I was single and dating. That's who I was.
See, babe, you just had to meet your wife. You was just waiting for me.
I
you just
I've
had to meet
been
me.
waiting.
Because I appreciate everything that you do.
You do. So let me ask you.
So how was
dating before you got married?
Yeah, no, I love to say it was ghetto.
It was ghetto for her and it was a jungle for me. Go ahead.
It was like, oh my God, it was hard because like you, I always desired to be married. So I think I went into every relationship as a wife. I think I showed up as the woman I desired to be. I, in return, was not meeting men that desired to be husbands.
Was
I'm giving all this wife energy. I'm giving them this wife energy. I'm like, yeah, so it was very difficult.
Oh, baby.
I know, but it's fine.
They didn't deserve you.
They didn't. It was fine.
They was just showing you what you didn't deserve.
I know that's right, but I went through a lot of disappointments, a lot of brokenness, a lot of heartbreak.
Yeah.
I really went through it because I always expected reciprocity. I'm big on reciprocity, so I always gave like what I wanted to receive. So I'm gonna give you my all. Like I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm put myself out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be loving. You know how I am. Like
I know.
how you date, how
Yeah.
you met me is literally
Right.
how I was with every other man.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
saw the wife in me. You saw my value. So it was just, I don't know, it was difficult. It just seemed like never ending disappointments.
Never ending.
Never ending. Like,
And it was like,
oh my gosh, then I think I'll find the one, and then 6 months later, it's not the one. So
they didn't turn
But it's
into a
fine.
reoccurring bill.
I'm weak.
It did.
Relationships.
Okay.
Okay. So how did you know I was the one?
So, babe, you came into my life and you stood out. I knew you were the one because when I met you, there was nothing I knew in my mind could replace you. And I knew that, honestly, you were irreplaceable because of the connection we had, the time we spent. We took time to pray, fast together. We took time to laugh. We actually enjoyed each other's company. That's big.
So you say you didn't have that? You didn't enjoy it? Like,
There were times where I did enjoy company, but there would still be questions in my head. You know, when I asked you questions, you were open enough to share, and you met me where I was. So to me, I think, I believe that I felt so comfortable with knowing that, you know, our vibe, our connection was enough. And so I think that's how you can get to the place of knowing that you found the one, when that person becomes enough.
oh my God.
Yeah. You did that for me, babe.
Wow. Okay. So I knew you were the one once you asked us to fast together and pray together. When I heard you pray, that was the one for me. Because just the way you covered me, you covered our relationship, the way you were so intentional about seeking the Lord and asking God, like, God, what do you say this relationship is? And you just really want to know if God was in this. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So now I'm like talking to God on the side, like, Lord, like, oh my God, like, you know, this is the kind of energy like that I always desired. Like, this is the way I always desired a man to just pursue me, just to make God be our foundation. So that's my heart. Just God is my heart. Like, I love God, so I just wanted that in our relationship. So that's how I knew. And then, like we shared in our last video, just our first date. I mean, our how you came with the game plan. I never had to question like who I was to you. I never had to question where our relationship was going. I knew the direction because you gave a vision, you gave direction.
Wow.
And we knew our purpose together and why God brought us together. So that's how I knew you was the one.
Wow. And another thing, I knew you were the one because I prayed that God would send me someone who I would enjoy being around with every day. Like, I think that's an underrated prayer. Because, you know, literally you're waking up with this person. You're spending time throughout the day and going to sleep. If you're at work, you get a little break. But she and I, we work together.
That's another thing,
like
getting to know us.
Yeah.
We do everything together.
we do. We do.
Yeah, real estate, business.
Yeah.
Now our new YouTubes together. I mean, yeah, we're always together. Like,
Always
we do
together.
life together.
Yeah. Our rehabs.
Yeah, we just, but we knew that in our dating that God called us to be like a team. Like, this was like a partnership. Like, we knew that we were going to be doing a serious life together. Like, we knew that it wasn't going to be me working over here and him over there.
Right.
But we knew that we were going to be together.
Yeah, and it was like you being able to walk as a single, you know, you should know who you are. And I think for us, we knew exactly who we were. And all God did was just merge
Yeah,
who we were. And from that moment, we recognized compatibility.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you prepare for marriage?
How did I prepare for marriage? So I could go a lot of ways with this. First of all, I've always desired to be married. So obviously you have to do what you need to do in order to prepare. For me, it was mostly just serving. I served a lot of people when it comes to like ministry, helping my father out in ministry, also in business. I'm a licensed realtor in Illinois, so serving clients. And literally I occupied a lot of space, just making sure that I'm growing, in business, growing. And as a man, what I do to prepare, I was consistent. Like I would go to church. I would make sure that I actually spend time with God, because I feel like God, in those moments of spending time with God, He would show you your next move. And that's so important because now some of the moves that I've made as a single, now we all get to benefit in our marriage.
Thank you, baby.
No problem. It's God. Like
Yeah.
it's God who I give Him credit because He actually has positioned us in a different way, and I'm sure you can say the same.
Okay. I've prepared by lots of praying. I always had that question, the desire. I wanted to be prepared for marriage. But I always hear, you can't really prepare for marriage. You just gotta be in it, or whatever. But I believe that God had seasons, like my single season was preparation for me being married. Just by that time that I spent with Him in His presence, and just getting to know God's heart more. And I feel like as God revealed His heart to me and His desires for me, even through relationships, like, no, this is not what I desire for you. Like, I desire better. Like, I desire for you to have this, and this. I feel like that prepared me to just trust in Him for His timing, and just seek Him above all.
Right.
And so I would just say prayer. Prayer is what truly prepared me. I feel like God just really worked on my character in my single season and molded me. I used to always say, Lord, just make me over. Like, make me the wife that you desire for me to be. And I think in that I learned like the fruits of the Spirit. Yeah. And I just feel like God just molded me into this woman that He desired for me to be for you. Because now us coming together, like I just see, it's just such an easy merge, and it's like we are the perfect match for each other. Like, perfect match for each other. But I do believe that's because we spend a lot of time praying.
We do.
Okay. Why did we fast before we got married?
Yeah, so
You guys, y'all ask this question a lot. Why did we fast? And talk about the journey, what that looked like.
Right. So the purpose of the fast is to deny yourself. And I believe that when you sacrifice, that is a form of denying. And when you give that to God, and which we did, like we turned our plate, I think it was like from 12 to 4 or midnight to 4. I forgot the times, but it was a 2-day fast that we decided to go on. And honestly, like it began to show each other who we were in the spirit. Not only just in the natural, but it was like a spiritual connection that was established.
Yeah, it was.
I know you're probably like, how do you know if you can find someone in the spirit? It's you identifying the yoke. You know, like I feel like once we got to praying, like I knew you knew how to pray. I knew you knew the word. I knew you knew how to help me. Scripture.
You knew my heart, you knew each other's hearts.
Yeah, desires.
Our relationship with God, because you can hear it.
You can hear it come out.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's the purpose of the fast that we went on, because we really wanted to see, okay, your relationship with God, with my relationship with God, does it work together?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Are you a wolf in sheep's clothing?
Yeah. That's
or
true.
are you really who you say you are?
Yeah.
And we can just hear each other's hearts. So that's the main goal, was to see where God was going to take this relationship.
Yes. This is our final question. We get this question all the time, every day.
Which one, baby?
How do we plan for a wedding and proposal back to back in 2 days? Okay. So when we recording, did I tell you like my dream?
Yes.
Okay, so when we're recording, I always desire to be married the next day after the engagement. I don't know why, but my mom would tell you, I have been speaking that for like 5 years or so. I'm like, yeah, when I get married, when we get engaged, I'm getting married the next day, because I just knew that when my husband came, if he was ready to propose to me, he was ready to marry me the next day. But in my mind, I was not thinking like a huge wedding the next day. I was just thinking like something intimate between me, you, and the Lord, like just privately. And then we will have our big wedding, however long it takes. And I always thought it would be a year from the time that we got engaged.
So you wanted to elope?
Yeah, basically. So I told you that when you propose, I want us to get married the next day. And he was on board with it. I was, oh yeah, this is how I know this is my husband right here, because he ain't trying to ask me questions. Like, he was just down. So I'm like, all right. You know, like to propose, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
And
so the way
it's crazy.
The way it happened, it was not just me, it was a team effort. So Iman's mom and her father, we actually came together and we put together a committee of people who were willing to assist us and who had our best interests. And they did such an amazing job with literally we had Zoom calls, weekly Zoom calls.
Yeah, I was not a part of the meeting.
No, she couldn't be a part of the meetings.
It was kind of like a surprise wedding, surprise proposal, only that I knew.
Yeah, and the reason why you couldn't be a part is because, like, if you knew the wedding date, then you would have known when I would propose to you.
Yeah.
So I didn't want that to happen. I still want her to have her moment with the proposal.
Yeah. So I was told to get my dress, get my shoes, get everything that I needed for the wedding and just have it ready.
Yep.
So I'll be prepared for when he actually proposed and when our wedding will be the next day. Like, it's just crazy that all of our family was down for this crazy situation that we decided last minute.
We will never forget that, and to all of you who helped us
We got married, y'all, right back there.
Yeah, right there where that tree
is. In my parents' home, we got married.
But to everyone who helped us plan, thank you from the bottom of our heart. I had to have a separate committee just for the proposal itself. I didn't even let the other committee know.
Yeah.
Like I had just maybe 2 people that I work with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was special.
So yeah, that's how I got. I know they want to know, like, so how is your dress ready? Oh, and another thing people wanted to know was about the marriage license. So it got really real. So yes, when we get their research on the marriage license, I knew that if we were we knew we were going to get married here.
Yeah.
So I knew that the engagement was going to be here. So every time we're together, I'm thinking like it could possibly be the moment. So I'm like looking around to see, like,
put my hands in the pocket.
Any weird moves. I'm like, no, not here.
Wait,
don't propose here.
One time we were just having lunch. You know, we having a good time fellowshipping, and then the waiter walks past and he, smiles and he kind of like, I don't know, he was just checking to see if we were good. And then I did this move right here. Do you not know? Iman took my arm, was like, no, nothing here.
Y'all, if y'all in Memphis, we was at Huey, so I'm like, I know you're not about to propose to me at Huey's. But anyway.
There is no way that was gonna happen. That place had skulls and rock music and everything. It was not romantic.
It was not romantic. So yeah, so that's how I had so got the dress, had everything. Oh, marriage license.
Yes.
That's how I tripped. When I knew that we had 30 days, it got real. After that marriage license, I was like, oh, I got 30 days. 30 days, and one of these days I'm about to be married.
Because you had to get married in 30 days.
I had to, because you have to get that marriage license.
Yeah.
So it was a surprise, it was a surprise because I didn't know when.
Right.
but I knew to expect, like to be prepared for it.
Yes. And by that time, we had already finished the counseling, premarital counseling. So we were ready.
We were ready.
Yeah.
I was like, hurry up.
We did do a video showing when we went to get our license too.
Oh yeah, we did.
Certificate. So maybe we'll show them that one.
All right. So those are our questions. If you have, always feel free to message us and ask us questions, and we could probably do it in another video.
Yeah, you guys rock. Like,
we
keep those questions flowing.
Yes.
We love you guys.
We love you guys.
And continue to check us out, like, subscribe, and tell someone else about Iman and Stephon forever, because this one right here is my forever.
Period. All right, guys.
All right, love
We'll
you guys.
See you in the next video.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.